Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who it's your first time here, my name is Mallory or Mal, and I go by the brand name Trendy Vintage Classic on all platforms. I own a reselling business, primarily women's clothing, but I do resell anything. So if you like reseller content, please do me a favor and hit the subscription button and the alert so you get notified when new videos drop. And if you could also like this video and drop a comment as well to help other people be able to see my video and benefit from it. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Today's video, we're talking about whatnot again, because this topic is what everyone is talking about. Everyone is on whatnot all the time. I've seen many of my favorite YouTubers now come on to whatnot. So guys, live selling is the direction of reselling. Live selling is where it's at. So today's topic is whatnot worth it? Many people in the chats, many of my friends, lots of people on whatnot are asking that question. Is it really worth it? And you may be a reseller wondering if it's worth it. You may be new to whatnot and seeing items go for less than you personally would like to have them paid for. And you may be wondering if whatnot is worth it. Okay. You may just be starting and having a few shows and not really getting people in your shows or not selling a lot and be tempted to quit. So, first of all, I want to say that this is a personal question and it does depend on your specific business model and your specific goals, right? So, it depends on what your goal is. Now, 100%, I'm going to say right off the bat, whatnot is worth it. Now, how much time you spend investing in it, that's another story. Are you a full-time reseller? Are you a part-time reseller? Are you a hobby reseller? Okay. So first I'm going to start with one of the benefits for me that I have found on whatnot that will be a benefit for you as well, or you may have already seen to be a benefit for you. And that is the networking opportunity. Guys, I have met so many amazing people on this app, and everyone has different talents and knowledge, and I've learned so much. So a lot of us have stopped watching YouTube because we are on whatnot. And we're not just fooling around. We're not just on social media like Instagram or Facebook, like wasting time. We're actually learning and networking and building relationships, which is very important in the reselling community, right? So people need to know what you do and what you're into, and they can hook you up. Like you will find some plugs. A plug is a hookup. So, so I just want to say I've known some people who have been able to purchase like liquidation from other huge resellers for a wonderful price just because they need to get stuff gone, right? So connections are everything. It's not what you know, it's who you know, right? Like we all know that saying, and that's very true in the reselling world. And not just reselling, like small business related. Like there are opportunities for you to find someone to help you with a logo. Obviously, pay for it, or promotional things or items to sell. Like you will meet people that can help you. And not just that, the knowledge from these people. So we are all learning from each other. When I'm on someone's show, I'm hearing about brands that I didn't necessarily know about. So, when we watch people on YouTube, right? We have our favorites. Like I watch McThrifty and Mogi Beth because they're women clothing resellers, and that's what I'm mostly passionate about. And there are some brands that have been selling on whatnot that they've never talked about and they've never sold and that I haven't like seen in my area. We live in a big world, so we have to open our eyes. Not everything is right here next to us. We have to be aware of what is selling like worldwide, right? So the wealth of information from other resellers from spending your time on whatnot is worth it in my opinion. Now, if you watch a successful seller, you will learn what people are looking for, what they're willing to pay for it. and you would just learn about brands in general, and just about trends and things like that. So definitely worth it for the networking, the opportunities that you can create through networking with these other successful resellers, and the knowledge that you will get to receive by watching the Whatnot shows. It is comparable to watching a YouTube reselling video, right? We've spent a lot of time just sitting around watching YouTube videos. This is kind of the same things, but you're killing two birds with one stone. You're also interacting like in real time and building relationships and networking with these people, and not just watching them on the screen. Now I know a lot of YouTubers started doing those live shows where people go in the comments, but it's not the same, honestly, as Whatnot. You can really like get to know people, because then they'll come to your show and see you and then feel like they know you, you know, a name to a face. So for the networking and the wealth of knowledge, I definitely feel like Whatnot is worth it. Now, if you also can source on Whatnot, that is worth it. You can source on Whatnot. I have done a video where I let people know right away, like the first few items I flipped on Whatnot for money. There have been many more. I bought some pants, and they were male pants, male pants, which I don't specialize in. And I only looked up the brand because I wanted to support my friend who was having his first show. So when I looked up the brand, I saw how much they go for, and I never knew about them. This is what I mean about the knowledge available. And just through me trying to support a fellow reseller, I learned about the brand. I got them for a cheap price and made $80 on them on I get so used to not being able to say eBay and Poshmark on Whatnot that I was going to use a slang term for it. So they did sell on, they sold on eBay. Yes. So, there have been many more items that I have resold since then, but I'm not focusing on that right now. I'm going to do a video soon, just again, with like what sold, because I know we love our what sold videos, because that is the information we need to know, right? Okay. Anyway, so for you specifically in your business, this is a very personal question and decision, right? I know personally, when I did my first few shows, it took me a long time to load the store, prep things, like emotionally, you're like nervous, and then actually do the show, and then package everything afterwards. So yes, you're using your packing materials, you're using your Rolo labels or ink if you still use a printer, and your time. And some people don't think it's worth their time or their package or their ink or roll sticker for a $4 item. This is again where I said it's about your specific business model and goal. My goal, as I stated before, is to get to 1K sales so that I can receive instant payout. The way Whatnot works is you have to wait up to 48 hours after your buyer receives their item before you get paid. And so I want the instant payout because I want to do live thrifting. I also just like the idea of being able to hop on and make money in the moment. So I'm currently around 400 sales. So I'm a little far, but I am doing a $1 inventory clearance like sale where I'm going to clear out some stuff. So this leads me to the second thing I'm going to talk about, and that is, like I said, what's your goal? If your goal is to clear out some inventory, because I mean, face it, guys, even most not most, all clothing companies, they have crazy clear out sales at the end of the year, right? Think about after Christmas time, think of New Year's. Things are like dirt cheap, right? They need to clear it out. It needs to go. Like, stale inventory needs to go. I'm not talking about if you have something that is a higher valued item that is a long tail item, like, you know, it may sit for a while. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about stuff that maybe just weren't great buys. We're hoarders, you know, like us resellers, we shop way too much. It's the truth. And so stuff you just need to like get gone. Like, I work from my basement, and I am just about maxed out in space, and Whatnot has opened my eyes to many different things that I want to start selling and like liquidation or pallets or whatnot. Whatnot. I always laugh now when I say it. So I do want to clear out some inventory, and lots of people will be on for hours. Like if you think it's worth your time to be on for hours and just say, hey, clear out, closet clear out. I'm going to pull this out, run everything for $2. Hey, like do it. Then it's worth it. If someone doesn't think that's worth their time, then they can donate those items. That's where this is a personal question, and there's no right or wrong answer. As I said in my last video, there's no right or wrong way to whatnot. Now, there are rules you have to, so let me rephrase that. Yes, there are rules, and you have to follow the rules, and you have to know the rules, because that's a wrong way to whatnot by not following the rules. But yeah, so me personally, I'm doing my shows once a week now, Tuesdays with Trendy, and they're curated. So my advice is if you focus on a curated show and you put effort into it and you have things that people want, you have to have things that people want. And the only way to know that is by watching other people's shows. It's worth the time for me. It is. Like, even if I sell a few items, like, you have to be consistent. So you have to put the time in. If you want this to be a stream of income for you, even if it's one show a week, then you have to do it every week and put the time into it. Anything worth having is like hard work. Anything worth having takes time. And that's true of everything in life. Getting a degree, anything, right? So I think I already said this in my last video. I should probably rewatch it so I don't give the same advice. I have the worst memory. But yeah, so in my opinion, for my business, whatnot is worth it. If alone for the networking and the community and the knowledge, it's worth it alone just for that. Like, I'm being real. It's worth it just for that. I also do need to clear out inventory, so that's going to be helpful for me. And I am willing to take a day and just do like a dollar marathon and like get it done. That's worth it for me because, like I said, I want to get to 1,000 sales. It'll be time consuming and I may not make the most money that I could have made, but we got to do what we got to do, right? I want to focus on like more unique and rare items, higher end items, and like stuff that people aren't just gonna have in pallets, because at this point I feel like a lot of people are all selling kind of the same items. So I do want to find those really unique pieces that people will love, and kind of things that aren't too size specific. So like when you do shawls or duster cardigans, those can be very versatile in terms of like you can wear them as transitional pieces, lots of different sizes, a lot of the like one size fits most. That's kind of what I want to get to, because I found that I had a hard time selling like jeans because they're so size specific and people are very picky when it comes to their jeans. So to make it worth it for me, like the most of my time, I have to do shows where I know like more people can fit in the stuff that I'm selling. Like even tees, everyone loves tees. Like, look what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a guy's like extra large hundreds tee. I love streetwear. I live in t-shirts and sweatsuits. So you can have a girl or a guy, any size, purchase an extra large t-shirt. Really, like, you can be a girl's medium and purchase an extra large, because that's what I am, ladies medium, and I wear large, extra large men's t-shirts. So, or a man can buy it. So really finding those things that most people want and can fit in is more worth my time, since I am limiting myself right now to once a week. I'm also doing my Monday motivational chat. I do a giveaway during it, and I'm going to have my store open because Whatnot does want you selling stuff when you are live. So I love my Mondays with Mel because we get to answer questions and help new sellers and follow each other and support each other and talk about our shows. And also I get to just give a little inspiration to people who may be struggling. So, because we've all been there. So for me, yes, Whatnot is worth it. It is worth the community. It's worth it for the community. It's worth it for the knowledge, and it's worth it for getting your inventory gone. I don't care if I sell something for $12 that I could have got $26 for. I don't care. We need things to go quickly. We need things to, if your items are sitting for too long, they're most likely priced too high, right? And a lot of us have been complaining about our sales on other platforms, and we have to remember that people don't have as much money right now than they did 5 years ago. Like, we've just been through a lot in the world. So people are looking for those deals. So if you are willing to do that and put the work in, then it's worth it. Now, if you're finding you need to find ways to do it quickly. If you don't have a lot of time, then you do need to figure out a way to do things quicker. Maybe not putting the picture and just numbering your items. Number one, anthro beige cardigan. Number two, this, and then just show it to the people when they come. Like, you don't have to have pictures. You don't have to have measurements. Just keep your measuring tape near you. Period. So if you can figure out a quick way to get your shows in and not spend like your whole day on Whatnot, then it's worth it. Now, Whatnot has turned my life upside down, and I need to set boundaries. If you are a good business person, you are going to manage yourself well and get a calendar and get certain days and hours where you are specifically committed to listing, and turn off those Whatnot notifications. I go into my settings and I turn off the notifications, because that is the part of Whatnot that is the dark side. Like, when you spend the whole day on there and then you don't get any like physical work done on other platforms. Unless you are just a Whatnot seller. There are some people now who make their living just off of Whatnot, and that's amazing. But most of us are not at that place. So yeah, I have to turn off my notifications and work, and not spend all of my time, and realize that I don't have to be at every single show of every single person that I want to support them. And they don't have to do that for me either, because we have to respect each other's time. So, yes, thank you for listening. Let me know in the chat what you think, what your experiences have been. Once again, if you have not signed on to Whatnot, the link is in the description. Please click on it. You will get $10 to shop. I'll get $10 to support someone in the reseller community. So it's a win-win situation. And even if it's just to source and learn, go on Whatnot. Even if you don't want to be a seller, the items go for less money. So yeah, so thank you guys so much. I really appreciate this. And I love when you come in my chats on Whatnot and say like, hey, like, your video was really helpful. It really encourages me to stay consistent, because I did start this YouTube channel over a year ago, and I have not been the most consistent person, and Whatnot has kind of rekindled my passion. And so I know lots of people want to talk about Whatnot and have questions about it. So I am being more consistent with once a week videos. So check out my prior videos if you haven't. Thank you so much for being here. Come check me out on Whatnot. Mondays with Mal, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesdays with Trendy, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to shop. And we can become friends and build a great community together. All right, guys, please make sure you're subscribed and hit the like button and comment. I appreciate it so much. Share this video with your reseller friends or someone who could benefit. See you on Whatnot, hopefully. Bye.